finishing this Clouds EP for Merkaba Records because I need to like get it to them as soon as possible because it's been like since the beginning of the year. Just my computer's been broke, but trying to finish that and then like being able to focus more on Spaceship Earth. The Clouds thing should only take like another day or two.
Nice. So when you release through Merkaba Records or work with them, what does that offer you as an artist?
I don't think they really have like long-term contracts or anything like that. It's just kind of like you get to release through our record label and you get way more exposure than you would if you released it by yourself, and you get the whole like you released on Merkaba Records thing, so people will take me more seriously across the board. And then that's really it, though. I think I don't really know the percentages of what they take specifically. They definitely, I think they help me out with mastering, which is like a big cost, and then I think they might be able to help me out with album work as well. Email them.
That's interesting. I know I'd like to talk promotions for Spaceship Earth, but I also had a couple things to do with the record label and what a record label provide for a record label.
Right.
So it's interesting hearing about Merkaba Records, and they had you sign a contract even?
No, that's what I'm saying. I haven't signed any contracts yet or anything, so I don't think it's anything like that. Maybe in the end.
Okay.
I don't think they get rights to my songs or anything like that. It's just like I get to release on their label, and it's not like contractual. I don't think. I'm not 100% sure.
Really? Or you're not 100% sure?
Yeah, I'm not 100% sure. It's been months since I talked to them, so I need to email them like in the next before the weekend is my goal.
Okay. Well, that's interesting. That should be a. Have you done that before? Released through a? Well, yeah, you said that you've released through some record labels already, right?
Yeah, I've never a full album, but essentially I have, and I'm part of a few record labels. But yeah, the Merkaba Records thing, even though it's not Spaceship Earth, it's like the biggest thing that's ever happened to me by far, and it's going to help Spaceship Earth a lot.
Good. That's awesome. For other record labels that you've signed to, what are some examples of things that they include? Did you sign? You didn't sign any contracts with them, or you did?
I guess I did release Interdimensional Passport. I kind of forgot about that. There wasn't like any documents I signed or anything, but I pretty much just like agreed to it. Where Interdimensional Passport, they took like 20% of my album sales, and then they helped me promo it, and then they helped me like get like released through news networks like youredm.com. They helped me get a song up there, and a few other reviews and like exclusive releases through awesome websites like potentially like the Unts and stuff.
Okay.
But they actually like just gave me all of my album sale money, and they didn't take 20% in the end.
Wow. Then what was in it for them?
I mean, it was an awkward situation because my album was like the last album that one specific dude who was running the label released, and then he quit the record label after that, and then the label's kind of fallen apart since then. So,
wow. Well, yeah, if they're not making money doing what they do.
Yep.
But I guess that's a win for you. It's falling in the cracks or however that works.
Right. It really would have only been like $30, but it was sweet that they did it.
Yeah. Well, that's interesting. Yeah, that's essentially what I was thinking. You know, we'd offer, as we talked about before, just help getting exposure to people's music and how would they take a percentage of your album sales? Was it an exclusive release through like a Bandcamp or something like that?
They do like total album sales, which is like they ran my music through Beatport.com, Adatech.com, Juno, iTunes, Spotify. They like put it across the board. That's probably the most beneficial thing of like releasing on a record label. The ones that are established, they have this network called InGrooves, and if you release through InGrooves, they release your stuff across the internet, like iTunes, Spotify, Adatech, Beatport, stuff like that, which is like crucial to be on in general.
Is this InGrooves is a site or a record label?
InGrooves is like a company I think you can work through. I just saw all the paperwork, so like I happened to figure it out through the record label.
Okay.
But it seems like super important.
Okay.
Because yeah, if I released my album on myself, I could just release it on SoundCloud and Bandcamp and potentially on my website, but they can get me on iTunes and Beatport and Spotify, which really Spotify is probably the biggest reason.
Right. You could probably do it all yourself, but that would just make more work for you, right?
Yeah, and I would have to like go through some legal stuff or something to like, I don't know, like it's like certain websites like Beatport only allow record labels to release on their stuff. They don't really have individual artists unless you're big enough, like Tipper or something. Like Tipper's not on a record label, but he releases his stuff everywhere.
Okay.
So there is a way to do it. I just don't know how.
Okay. All right. So that's awesome. Moving forward, I would like to begin to think about like really structuring this. There's a small list of some artists that I'd like to begin to support through trying to get their content out there. And yeah, that's interesting. So when you released your album through their label, again, sorry, how did they take? How were they supposed to take a percentage of?
They're going to take 20% off of the total album sales across like
all of it. Okay.
Yeah. So that would like include streaming on Spotify and the little amount of iTunes sales and stuff.
Okay. All right. Cool. No, that's good to know.
And a lot of times they couldn't even do it until like 6 months after.
Interesting.
So in a lot of ways, it was kind of frustrating, but cool. But also, there's got to be like, I don't know, ways to work around it.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. Cool. Well. Awesome. All right. Yeah, I wrote a few notes. Because yeah, I would like to begin to put some more serious energy into structuring this label so we can actually do it and make it sustainable, so like your friends, if they're not making any money, it's just hard to sustain anything.
Oh, absolutely.
You gotta get a part-time job or something, because
right,
all of a sudden you can't do this kind of work because it's not can't live in your house or something.
Man, I wish I lived closer to you.
Oh man, I know. Well, gotta make do with what we can. I'm glad that this web video chat thing is a thing.
Yeah, me too.
Hey, maybe soon enough. I was talking to somebody just there on the phone. I mean, I'm in Kalamazoo now, and in my mind, at least, I can't see myself being here longer than like the summertime. And after that,
right,
I would really, really like to go back to Detroit, the Detroit area, somewhere. How long are you going to be out in Ypsilanti?
I don't know. I really like it here. I really like being by Ann Arbor. I kind of wish I was closer to Grand Rapids, to be honest. I feel like that's where the strongest scene is. I'm starting to realize. Definitely, dude, because they have the intersection. Like, all the big artists go there, and because it's like a nicer place, it's like the scene's getting more legitimate than the one in Detroit. Even though all the artists still go to Detroit, it's like I don't know. It's hard to say. I'm glad that there's both, and once I get a car, I'm trying to tap into like both scenes super hard.
Good. Yeah, Grand Rapids, its energy when you're there, it just feels so clean.
Yeah, exactly, dude. No danger involved.
It's so like I just went there for Bass Nectar this weekend.
Yeah, how was Bass Nectar?
Dope. Oh my god, dude. He sold out Saturday. Friday was still like nearly sold out. And it was just incredible seeing essentially this hockey arena full to like the brim of people, and then he would play some songs and just drop it just right where fucking the entire every single person within view that you saw, all the way up to the walls, all the way up to the corners of the like highest bleachers, were all just like in one motion, just like
damn.
It's like, could you imagine like from his perspective, just like the sea of people, just like
holy fuck.
What the?
Yeah, dude. I think we can get to that level.
Oh, I know. I was thinking of you actually while I was seeing that, and just thinking about you dropping like a really heady track,
right?
Of some kind of like channeling, and then you just drop
it. Just fucking like, blow the minds right open, just like fake a drop. It's like you all consciousness, you all everything.
Yeah, like I mean, like I've heard that Bass Nectar's into that, you know, kind of like ingraining that into his music to a degree. Unfortunately, like for the 2 days that I was there, like there was not very much of it. There's not very much.
Right. It's not. I mean, it's not his focus. It's happening in the background, and I think it's a positive movement, which is really awesome.
Yeah. However, I saw. Sorry.
I mean, I was just gonna say, like, yeah, it could be so much more powerful if he started to focus on that hardcore. Like,
he's got the scene, you know.
Right.
The people are the people that are susceptible to that. Like
exactly.
Overall. So if he began to drop that in, he would be like a superhero. He would be
right, dude. Like at this point in his career, he's not gonna like lose fans. I don't know why he doesn't. I mean, I don't know. I guess. I mean, I've heard a bunch of stuff about him, like, you know, using people's stems to make his own songs and stuff. So I don't really fully know what kind of person he is, really.
I don't either. Yeah, it's intriguing because I know he's got that little conscious tip, but at the same time, like, I saw something that made me like a little weary, only because I recently read the Book of Revelations, and in it said like people bearing the mark of the beast, which was like 666 or 666 essentially, would be fucked. Like they're gonna be pretty fucked. And I just saw one of his shirts. I know he's like kind of has some heavy metal roots, but the shirt had like, you know, the 3 6s on it, and I was like, oh, come on, basic. Where's your 1111 shirt? You know, where's your 333?
Right.
You know, like,
and I don't think, you know, I think in a way he also like is trying to bring light to the darkness, the shadows, and like you know, a lot of people wearing that, I would say it differently, but like with him, I feel like he's like, you know, turning it on its head, where it's like, you know, the 666 doesn't have to be a bad thing, and like, you know, all of this stuff doesn't have to be bad. But at the same time, that's just like his focus is like almost like you know, bringing light to the darkness instead of like bringing light to light. Like,
oh yeah,
like I think it's definitely a positive movement, and I hear what you're saying too, that what if he was wearing that 1111 shirt, you know?
Yeah.
I don't think
I just don't know enough about him either, just like you know, like he could be
there's
like
something shady though, like there's something that's like in the peripherals of just like I don't know. I mean, there's a lot of musicians who are, Freemasons and Illuminati members. I'm not saying he is, but there's a lot that came out, since the '90s and the new millennium has started. Is just there's a lot of them.
Yeah.
Even like the Grateful Dead. Like I'm pretty sure a lot of them are Freemasons and Illuminati members, and as much as they could actually be pushing this light, they tend to drag people a little more in the middle, and it's not like the awakening hasn't happened because they've dragged people into the middle rather than to the light.
Yeah. See, like there were parts of his show like where on his screen like there'd be something like War on the Mind, it's all a hologram.
Yeah.
And then he dropped a track like it's all a hologram, like it's all a hologram. And then like everybody would be like moving to that, and it was like,
right.
Yeah, Bass Nectar, just
right.
It's like if you just dropped a morsel more potent of something in there, like just man, heart chakras would explode.
Right.
I mean, yeah. So it was awesome. I passed out a bunch of Jill Stein flyers. Rode around on a unicycle and handed them out.
Nice.
Yeah, man. Unfortunately, I don't know if my absentee ballot is gonna show up, so I'm not sure what's gonna happen just yet.
Yeah, I signed up a few weeks ago, and I haven't got my card yet. I got a piece of they gave me a sticker to put on the back of my license, so my ID is the same. So I at least got something, but I have to call them, I think.
Yeah, hopefully this works out. Oh man.
Yeah.
Well, so as far as like our developing label here goes, I will. This will be like the last thing I touch on before getting to.
I feel you.
The monthly newsletter. I like. Do we have like a mailing list of email, or should we just social media it out there?
I have about 200 emails from my Bandcamp, but I think that should be one of our main goals, like throughout, is just like finding a way we can get people's email addresses. Because around the idea of like, what if Facebook, turns into MySpace, and
right.
What if SoundCloud goes away and Bandcamp dies? Like I'm a part of a label called Swamp Music out of San Diego, and they their main platform is their own website, and they don't even use Bandcamp because Bandcamp still takes 10% of your money.
Oh wow!
So stuff like that. But there's a service called MailChimp where it's like there's ways to set up newsletters, but I do have some emails.
I can look into MailChimp.
Yeah, and maybe we can create a Third Eye Horizon website that's even like just like it's like 1 or 2 pages. It's like contact and like more info coming soon, and
Yeah, I bought the domain name and I began to build it, and my focus got.
Oh, nice! So you already have one?
Yeah. Yep. It's through WordPress. Yeah. It's a super basic outline right now. It's on like my to-do list of things. I've been literally it's been on my list of to-do over like 2 weeks.
Right.
Just trying to get a hold of my financial situation. I think things are working out. Essentially, like I was saying, I'm getting paid to blog, and it's like $5 a blog for this guy who wants me to do 21 a week. He'd like me to do like 3 a day. So I'm just gonna try and knock out like 10 blogs a day, like Monday and Tuesday, and then like have it all done and just have the rest of the week to
Right.
work on other things. So I'm currently grappling on that.
That's a
Did
good
your dad
idea.
ever? Yeah,
No.
yeah, and it's cool because I use these blogs.
I didn't call him today, actually.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I was just curious because I know you've been also.
For a second, I can show you my website so far.
Yeah, do it.
This. There you are.
Yeah. Oh, it's me.
Can you see this?
Yeah. Cool.
Okay.
Yeah.
So we got this and this. The SoundCloud thing works now, and you can follow it right there. And then it pulls up the rest of the tracks here. And I got this. I got this like photo.
Beautiful.
Lots of photos. Cool words. This flows in. I like use the bottom of the nature website, so because it's like half of my project is like going and playing in music festivals, you know. So like, I just kind of use this, and then each of these go to their own respective thing. I've got music. Videos. CeeLo.
I know. Haha.
So yeah, this is like music, me talking, and then like interviews down here. Oh, that's off. It's so hard, like when you're editing this site, it like looks good, and then you publish it, and it's like it's all wonky.
Oh.
I was able to get this social media feed, which is really cool. It like shows all of my recent Facebook and Instagram posts, and then if you like click on it, it goes right to the post.
Oh, that's dope. That looks awesome.
Right. Let's be weird together.
Wow. I might have to ask you how to do that. That's kind of.
Yeah, maybe I've literally never done this before, and I just used Weebly, and I just like had a few central ideas. Like I wanted a homepage that was kind of like kind of trippy, but not too trippy, about like being in a new world and a dream and stuff. And then like the first thing I wanted was people to go to my music, because I always go to like music websites, like say fucking incubus.com or whatever, and then like I can't find their music. Like it's like they have all this awesome stuff, and then I have no idea where their music is. So I made sure to put music as a second thing, and then I made the contact page called Make Contact, so people think of aliens.
Right, that's what I think too.
I got the captain's log, which is my blog.
Perfect.
And then here's the first blog. I don't know, I'm just testing that all.
Oh.
This is like some words that I wrote in a picture I took of CeeLo.
Is that you in the background?
It's some random dude that was there.
Oh.
I have this about page last, so people will secretly find it, but it's all like way more Star CD. But like if people find it, yeah.
That's awesome. Yeah, I don't know.
It talks about changing the. Oh yeah, it says you came as humans, but you are not just humans. We are sent here to change the frequency of the planet.
Fuck yeah, dude.
So, and then the last thing is downloads, which takes you directly to my Bandcamp page if you click on it.
Nice. You know what? I've still been seeing things about second Earths and parallel universes. Like,
oh God, right?
Yeah, I don't know if I talked to you. Oh yeah. I sent you the video about. Yeah, that was weird. That revelation.
Oh yeah, that was fucking sweet.
Yeah, and it's weird because it had the Orion constellation in it. It was like sort of central even to the video. It was kind of like, whoa, like something's going on, man. I feel
what is going on, dude. I had this crazy synchronicity this weekend. I was hanging out with Melissa Hank, and we were watching Donnie Darko. we were like, I was hanging out, like her and a bunch of her friends might move like a mile down the road from me, and we were all hanging out all day, but all of them had to leave. So me and her were watching Donnie Darko, and there's like the whole movie is like there's like these spirit beings around Donnie, and they're like guiding him to do stuff that he doesn't really know why. He like loses consciousness, and they like make him burn down a house. But the house like exposes this dude who's like into kiddie porn, and he was like leading the town, and like he like exposed all these people, right?
Yeah, right.
And they had like the end of the world was on October 30th for Donnie, and the calendar was the exact same calendar that we have this year, where like Halloween fell on a Monday, and they kept like showing the screen of the calendar, and it was our same calendar this year. And while this was happening, fucking Hillary Clinton's being like exposed.
Yeah, oh my god, dude.
And
what's going down?
all this stuff just came out about Hillary Clinton and Bill Clinton, the Clinton Foundation, being involved in this child pedophilia ring, and all this stuff that's perfectly synced up with Donnie Darko, which is and Donnie Darko is about time travel and parallel universes.
Holy shit. Yeah, it's been a while since I've seen it, but
yeah, same.
Yeah. Oh my god, dude.
Dude, I think right now Hillary Clinton's like being almost like the FBI reopened the case, and then it's been like they're just being exposed on all levels. Major news networks are talking about it. It's like just a few days before the election, shit's going down. Like before the election, I think.
Yeah. Man. Oh man. Just Jill Stein. Like half of Americans are not Democrats or Republicans.
Jill.
And Republicans want to walk away from their candidates largely. So I think this is the time, if people can just get over in our minds that there's, we only have two choices. We can actually do it. Like, it's so fucked because the illusion is so strong that like we actually have the ability to fix this by just electing somebody.
Right.
That's all we would have to do. That's literally it.
Exactly.
Hypnotized.
It's people like I'm starting to realize that there's like we could, tear down the government and go to anarchy and let the free market run. We can, because we're either going to get rid of money or we're not going to get rid of money. And if we bring down the government, we'll still have money systems. So that will I just think anarchy and a free market system will continue to destroy the environment. There would be like, I think we need a more socialist system, than a libertarian system. Like I understand the whole like small government, like that's a very Republican idea actually though. Like it's like if we had people in the government who were awesome, then things would be so much different. Like we would be like peace. Like, I don't know. It's just like, it's more efficient for economy to have like a federal government than just like individual state governments competing against each other. I feel like it.
I know it should just be one. It's funny, world governance, I'll say, not necessarily. Right. And if we like got rid of this government, I feel like what would fall into place, I think anarchist philosophy is one of the most just ones in the sense that the power is distributed amongst the collective.
Right.
And you can delegate people to be leaders still.
Right.
But there's forms of direct democracy that come with that, which would be very powerful. I feel like Switzerland is like one of the closest countries to somewhat anarchism.
I love that.
I know. Yeah, maybe we'll move there someday.
Yeah.
But yeah, dude. I was watching channeling. Just real quick, I'll say this. We'll move on.
Mm-hmm.
I was watching a channeling from this woman who channels the Orion Council.
Oh, it's Krista?
Yeah, Krista.
Yeah, she's one of my friends.
Nice. Yeah, she's an interesting, definitely interesting person, and she was getting a hypnotherapy regression of her talking with the Orion Council,
Mm-hmm.
and they started to talk about us raising
Hello,
our
are they Orion Council? Hello, hello.
yeah, right. Ouch. About us raising our frequencies
Mm-hmm.
and like changing our DNA essentially to be able to exist on, they called it the green earth. It's the earth right next to this current earth, which is like a higher dimensional 5D earth. And they sort of like went deep into that. It's like, man, this is a popular topic apparently.
Right.
So we'll see.
Yeah, I'm
We'll see
really
what happens.
realizing like the most important thing I can do to manifest good things in my life is like take care of my vibration and take care of my body. Like, yeah.
I guess we'll see what happens, man. Like if we end up in this other parallel Earth, I know it's interesting because the guy who was guiding her through the hypnotherapy said that
Arcturus Ra?
no, but that guy's pretty cool too.
That's her boyfriend.
Yeah, he DJs as well. I'd be
Yeah,
interested
he raps too.
in like signing him or something someday because
Have you heard any of his raps? His lyrics are super conscious.
no, but that's like
It's
I was
ever.
that's sick. Like that's the exact kind of people to be collaborating with and having a collective of people who's like really potent, conscious music.
Did I ever tell you about the Starseed guy whose name is like Ryan Orion or Ryan the Lyran?
Oh, I think so. Yeah.
I think I remember telling you about him. I ended up meeting him at Unify Fest. I like saw his car pull up and park when I was in the parking lot, and he just parked right in front of me. And so I just walked over to him and was like, I just told him, I was like, yeah, I've seen all your like Starseed videos and like I'm super into that stuff and I'm playing here. And he's like, sweet. He was so stoked. And he was like, yeah, let's connect. And I like casually saw him all weekend. He like gave me high fives and stuff. But like, there is an opening there to like the Sedona Starseed people.
Definitely. I watched a Team Light video.
Dude,
Maybe like
I think that's who it is. That's the Team Light. He's the leader of the Team Light.
Holy shit. That guy? Oh
Yeah.
my god, dude. He pulled up in front of you?
Yeah, and I met him.
Oh my god, dude. I've been watching Team Light videos over the past
He had
few
his
days.
headphones on and everything.
Yeah. Well, so I've got this idea.
Whoa.
I know, that's so awesome. And I've been like really called to the Sedona energy lately. And
Yeah.
it's finding me through these YouTube videos. A lot of YouTubers all of a sudden are broadcasting from Sedona. So I talked to CeeLo the other day. I'm gonna be doing like ad sales stuff for him, which is also why I kind of want to like start to narrow down our promotional stuff for Spaceship Earth.
Yeah.
Because I can sort of like partner them in. I talked to CeeLo, you know how we've been talking about, you know, getting CeeLo involved somehow, about creating this network. So I'm going to pitch this at you real quick, just let you know where my thoughts are. I was watching, there's a media network called Gaia, and I'm sure it probably pops up on your Facebook ads sometimes or your YouTube ads sometimes or on Facebook. So they're about conscious media. They're a conscious media network. It was super inspiring to watch a clip of their campus in Boulder, Colorado. They've got a studio, and in the studio, it's just like surrounded by nature. They've got like labyrinth walks outside. There's like these giant like monolith, huge ass crystals like all throughout their studio. And the thought, like I've been thinking this thought for a while. You know, there's all these people producing conscious content out there on YouTube, for example, and like we're doing it with Third Eye Horizon and CeeLo with his project. There's a way through YouTube to create something called a multi-channel network, and through doing that, you can partner with YouTube channels to essentially create a network, and it can vary in how you set it up.
Yeah.
Basically, you support the other channels, you kind of create this community, you help them with ads, ad sales. There's usually like an ad trade where they give you like maybe 30% of their ad sales through being a part of your network. Well, I was thinking if we could find a way to do that, we can create this network, link together the like champion starseed conscious media, like grassroots producers out there, like Team Light, like
Right.
Krista, Paradigm Shift, Project Bring Me to Life, even Spirit Science, for example. Bring these guys in.
I know this girl who runs her own spiritual social media site called Enter Satoria, and she's connected to a few bigger people too. But Enter Satoria is super awesome. It's like, you know, a conscious pathway for social media. So
That's cool.
She's a star seeder.
That's awesome. This can go beyond YouTube. YouTube is just like one platform where I think it's really potent when people make videos. So at least starting with that like foundation, you can put together all these channels of like really potent conscious media people and make it so instead of just signing them to be a part of the network, doing it also in a cooperative, spirited way where when they sign up, they become network and they have like a voting share in the network. So all of a sudden you have like Ryan from Lyria, you have Jordan from Spirit Science, you have, you know, Paradigm Shift, Brandon, for example, and there could be thousands of people that we don't even know about being a part of this network, and then all of a sudden they've got a stake and share in this network. So bringing together, like in my mind, like all the champion star seeds, expanding the network, like we have access to all of our networks, and we can talk amongst each other and figure out like what messages we want to maybe collaboratively send. People can make their own living still through their ad revenues through YouTube was my thoughts. And by just having a share going into the network that invests in the network, it can pay salaries even for people that are doing like serious work for the network to get people's information out there. So essentially we would create something just like Gaia through the YouTube channels. So I was talking to CeeLo. CeeLo's down. This is something that I can start to like put together over the winter time. So like by the time summer comes, we can have some kind of package to start offering people.
That sounds awesome.
Yeah. So coming into 2017, strong.
Yes.
And like my thoughts, I pitched it to CeeLo instead of like making it like a Third Eye Horizon network or a Project Bring Me to Life network, making it something neutral.
Yeah.
We discussed the Eternal Tribe network possibly. We've all.
Hey, I really gotta go pee. I'll be right back.
Yeah, go pee, man. When you get back, we can dig in.
Be right back.
I'm ready.
Meow.
Oh, meow. So, yeah, essentially with that idea for a network, like people do this already, and I won't go much
Yeah.
deeper into it. Something completely different to you, just so long, like definitely not attached to any names of this. So if the people who are really interested in it want
That's a good idea.
want something else,
Mm-hmm.
then boom, you know. And then a part of that network could be still like this record label and different social media groups, and we just create this like nexus of like really powerful outlet for just getting conscious media out there to the people that are seeking consciousness, raising their consciousness.
Dude, people need it, and people are gonna be like turning towards that stuff more and more, like the whole population of the earth. So like we gotta have something to like that they can like land in as they're like running away.
Exactly, yeah.
Like, okay.
And it'll totally be like a council of us,
Mm-hmm.
you know, so reflecting as above, so below. And if we're getting like the most, like, we can get like some really potent star seeds that are trying to spread the word, like all talking amongst each other on what to do. I feel like that's
Yeah.
it's like what our mission.
The most awesome thing. I'm connected to some like higher up star seeds too, like ITOM Lab and Bashar.
Bashar, really?
Yeah, I know a few people that are connected, really deep closely connected to Daryl.
Yeah. Yeah. Check out Gaia when you get a chance sometime.
Gaia.com?
Yeah, because that's essentially what I'd like to do, that I propose that we can do. However, it'll be, I feel like, more YouTube based until we can eventually develop our own platform like that.
This is it. Is this it?
I think so.
Yeah,
cool. That's it. I know that they try and get people to pay them some money to do.
That's funny. Have you ever heard of Gaiam TV?
No.
It's literally like the same thing.
Really?
Or wait.
Gaia MTV?
Maybe it is the same thing. Because it keeps going to that site. Oh yeah, look at this.
Oh yeah.
Because Gaia TV is now Gaia. Okay, I was like, why is someone using a thing that's super similar? Yeah, I used to have a subscription to Gaiam TV, which is pretty much like Netflix for spiritual people.
Yeah.
It's like documentaries, movies, yoga. It's really insider ET galactic stuff with like David Wilcock and like these blue beings. So I could see what you're saying with this, where it's like you have a central hub, and then anyone who wants to put content on it, especially make it as potent as possible, they can get some sort of funding through it, and we'll be having like overarching like income from like say these monthly plans or whatever.
Yeah, I was thinking ads at least. That way it's accessible for anybody, and maybe in the future we could find a way to offer a membership or something that would remove the ads.
This is pretty cheap though. Like if it's the same price as Netflix, like 99 cents first month, $10 after, it's like that's really only 2 sandwiches.
That's true.
For the annual plan, and people are like tired of Netflix and stuff, and
I might have to pay the 99 cents.
Right? I'm like, I want to do it.
They've got some potent stuff on
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, dude. Gaiam TV was so legit. I was always like, I should just get one. But there you go.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah, I could see us doing something like that too, of our own level of stuff.
Oh yeah.
Our own direction. It could be like more music involved, more music and art involved too, because like that's very just like spirituality. This could be like creators.
Yeah. I mean, everything that we talked about for like Third Eye Horizon is a media company could still function. I mean, this is essentially how like Universal operates as well. You know,
Right.
they're like a huge conglomerate, and within that conglomerate, there's tons of channels. There's tons of different companies. It's really quite something. Um,
That is such a good idea, dude. I think even having it be under the Third Eye Horizons media company would just be the perfect idea, because that just like fills out our ideas perfectly, I think, as a way to get all this content out there in like an efficient way. And monthly purchases like that, say like, oh, you pay $7 a month to Third Eye Horizons and you get all this content. Well, like the first month you're making $14, and then like you sign two more people up, but like those first two people are still going to pay in the second month. So all of a sudden you have 4 people every month giving you $7, and then 8 people giving you $7, and then it just like, if you had, it could just multiply so quick. If you had 100 people giving you $7 a month every month, that's $700 every month from just 100 people.
And that can support staff, and can just
right. Say we got
all your energy.
1,000 people involved every month. You could definitely have a staff and we could pay ourselves. So I'm like super down for the idea. And, I think, honestly, in terms of like CeeLo, I think he needs something like that. I like him, and like just watching him the last year, I feel like he's someone who wants to generate content more than he wants to like run a network or a website. He's someone who like wants to make videos more than like continuously interviewing people and stuff. He wants to be like his own creator, I can tell deep down. And I think he gets frustrated with having to like do all these other things without the help of others. When he's like, it's like if you have a spaceship command and you have like a command team, some people are just like naturally like Spock, and they're just like not really meant to like run the ship, but they can like do all the detail work because that's what they're meant to do, and that's all they really want to do anyway. And I feel like he just needs like help with people promoting Project Bring Me Life, because the things he generates is always awesome, but like no one hears it or sees it because he doesn't really have I don't know, it's just like, that's why I think teaming up with people is so important. We all have different skills that fill each other out, and I think CeeLo is such an important team member. And I noticed that like like if I did the exact same things he was doing with Project Bring Me to Life, like people would be paying attention all the time to it. But that's just because of like the network that I created and like the promotional work I've done. Just like things I put out, people will pay attention to because of like the momentum, just in general. But that doesn't mean that the content's any better or worse. I think all of his content's like is so amazing, and I always like was like wishing more people would get into it. But I can really see him working better with something like us.
Yeah. Fundamentally, moving in this direction to really bring a lot of these creators together would be like unspeakable. What that could mean for even the world to have something like that happen.
Right.
So yeah, the idea is just water that seed, over some time here over the next few months.
That's amazing stuff.
See, how we can get it to grow.
I think that really like, I don't know, puts a central idea around Third Eye Horizons too.
For sure. Yeah, and whether it's Third Eye Horizon or like I just like Third Eye Horizon, like will be a part of that or be that.
Right.
And like I feel really called, like I'm into content creation as well. This is kind of what happened with like I'm somebody who loves to go to dance music shows
Right.
and love it like wholeheartedly. And I began to organize the shows because I felt like they weren't even happening. So it's
Right.
like, well, need to create this so it happens. You know, I'm into that personally. So in the sense where like I could be a content creator, but I think it could be a waste of our time possibly. Like with CeeLo, for example, he's pumping it out, right?
Right.
So really fundamentally create this network like first. Like that's it.
Right. It's more important to have the network first, because if you have a bunch of awesome content and people aren't paying attention to it, then it's just like you're in the middle of an open field screaming out the secrets of the universe.
Yeah.
No one's hearing. Nothing changes.
Yep.
The world doesn't change if no one pays attention to you.
It's like all these people are trying to get it out, and you watch their YouTube channels and it's so potent, and
Right.
they have not the biggest followings.
Yep.
And if I were to be like, yeah, I want to like get the word out too, and I start my own project, and I'm putting all my energy into that, it's only going so far. I guess collectively we're all reaching some people, but if we come together and like form something like a network,
right,
then it's like a whole nother level of our outreach and our impact and our ability to be creative with each other.
Right.
I feel like that's should be looking to how we can like get to this point, you know, like I feel like we're missing something big by not creating like a centralized network.
People need to come together way more, and people need to like if we have even just like in the sense like an artist collective, you know, people are like, or like a record label, everyone on the same label shares everyone else's stuff that's on the label, and they kind of have that agreement. Like if you're on the label, you're going to share everyone's stuff that's released through the label. You don't have to if it's not, but it's 3:33 right now.
Oh, nice.
So yeah, I feel like I feel like I personally want to be involved with an artist collective of sorts, and that's like one of the main things I wanted to be a part of, and that's why I've been really loving all this Third Eye Horizon stuff. And I really love the idea of like connecting with other like people like CeeLo and Brandon from Paradigm Shift, and or is it Brendan?
Mm-hmm. Brandon. Yeah. Well, for example, like if we were working with these people's networks, I saw a feed from his main page that has 10,000 people on it. That's still a lot. Because Breezy's an admin to that page. Yeah. She works with Brandon.
What?
That, or somehow indirectly.
That's awesome.
But yeah, she's a paradigm shifter. I saw though the outreach for the past month on that page had over 2 million people viewing the posts and the content. Having access to that, having access to other people's networks, like man, if there was something like really important to broadcast, just boom, you know, millions of people, like not even kidding, like possibly hundreds of millions of people getting the word or whatever.
Right.
That's generated.
Wow.
Yeah. I know it's big moves. You know, I know that it sounds a little overwhelming. There's like, oh, the record label trying to do some other things with the TV because Third Eye Horizon TV is really what I wanted to produce some content through that channel. And now we're talking about.
I mean, this is why I was like living with CeeLo and Shannon's, because I've always wanted to be doing this stuff as well as music, and I don't know. I feel like this could be something. I mean, I really am.
Yeah, dude.
Interested.
I'm so thankful that yeah, we're talking about it, and just, you know, it needs to be met with the proper action.
Mm-hmm.
Just, I feel like people have not known how to organize something like this,
Mm-hmm.
which is why it hasn't quite manifested. And I feel like through years of researching cooperative business models, this is a very viable and proven model that is successful to implement to achieve this greater vision of like collaboration and cooperation. Because aside from, I mean, like, it doesn't have to be so like rigid, like cooperative business model. Like, just creating some way where everybody, it's like fair and equal, the decisions being made. And I feel like if you enable somebody to have an uneven share or stake, whether you want it to or not, they could even be like the best, coolest person like ever. Their stake could potentially begin to weigh unevenly on the rest of the collective, which can create social instability, which makes it really unproductive for activities. So just trying to, like, through the universe building, I experienced things like that.
Right.
Like we got to do it right. Like, we know what it takes for it not to be that way. This needs to be done. I feel like I had one more point. What was the point? I think that's all I got. It might pop back in my head.
Well, I mean, I think this can tie into the Spaceship Earth stuff.
100%, man.
I think it would be cool if we, like, I just had this idea when I went to the bathroom that I really need to, like, just start setting up a tour for this winter, and it could be like a bunch of shows that we throw, and
Okay.
we could team up and do that. And yeah, that's really, like, the main thing I need to start doing is, like, I don't know, it's like, I think I can do my own, like, little mini headlining tour in the Midwest, and just, like, find a bunch of venues in Michigan, Chicago, Indiana, Ohio, even go on down to, like, I have connects in Baltimore and Nashville and Atlanta and Asheville, so it can be a part of that whole thing too. And I just did a little stringer tour earlier this year in all those places, and I think that's my new, like, main goal for the winter, is like that. And then, like, I mean,
Okay.
I like have a goal to, like, my remix album will be done soon here in the next few weeks, and then I'll have it mastered, and we'll release it like 30 days after that. So it might be around Christmas or New Year's. And then, so that's going to be really good promo across all those kids' networks of, like, the remix album is, like, spreads far and wide because it's not just me working on it. And then that'll be released through Transcendent Tunes. And then I want to put out, well, maybe before that, I want to put out an hour-long mix of, like, some newer stuff, so that I can at least, like, have that as a promo for venues and festivals and stuff, along with my website. So I'll have, like, a new website and a new mix at least. And then I'll be finishing up my EP during all of that time, and then releasing it in the beginning of the year in the winter, probably around, like, February or something, or March. I don't know.
Okay. So you want the show before the EP? Did I?
Yeah, definitely. I feel like I could just start setting up shows now, just like setting up tours now, and then that I've got like a big enough following and stuff that would like I feel like venues would agree to it and stuff, and like we can like look for other people to have play certain shows, but like really trying to like make it worth it for us. Like trying to like I don't know. There's different like deals you can work out with venues in terms of like getting money from the bar, or like maybe they have like money set aside for artists already. There's like certain venues that like will pay you no matter what. Who shows up? They already have like a following. Like I think it's important. I have like connection to a bunch of promo companies and stuff who can like help us book shows through them, and then it's guaranteed that like people will show up. Like find people like that who are like interested in my music, but like my music's not big there, but there's a good promo company and like stuff like that where they can bring people to the show. And yeah, I guess like continuing to get likes and stuff on my page. The past few days I've been like so focused on the website and music for a second, I kind of got distracted. But it's like it's always hard for me to think about that stuff.
Well,
I'm getting better at it. Yeah.
That's awesome. So as far as this tour goes, I would like to work with you while like you have experience setting things like this up, and I do.
Right.
But I think it'd be cool if we worked together doing like setting this tour up.
Right.
And I am relatively mobile. Like I can write these blogs anywhere. So I could tour with you.
Yeah.
I could help to just correspond with venues or help setting up the shows. Also, would you be interested? We could possibly get a couple people signed, whether like officially or not. Try and just do it more officially. Unofficially, I guess, is fine. First, on the label,
Yeah.
and we can start to develop that, and the artists on the label can be like openers or something for your show. So we already have a lineup, and somehow we can like get a van or something. I don't know. Depending on, I don't know, maybe we need a crowd fund to do the tour. What were you thinking as far as that goes?
In terms of tour, I was,
because maybe they can contribute, maybe I can contribute.
Yeah, I was just hoping to have my own car by then, with help from my dad, hopefully. And then if that doesn't happen by the end of the year, my mom said she would give me her car, so I'll at least have a car by the end of the year.
Yeah.
And in terms of, I hear what you're saying about getting like people in the same label involved with it, and then like having them be openers and stuff. I think that's a really cool idea. That's kind of what we did with the Mind Flip tour, where like we did a compilation album, and then like Mind Flip example is kind of like a co-op where it's like they don't exactly like sign people, but like people are like part of the collective, and you can like use the Mind Flip model to help you run shows and use it as a platform anywhere you want. Like I can use the Mind Flip whenever I want to throw shows in places that I've played at where like they had a little following, and more people will come out. Like when I played that show at the Tangent Gallery with a Sentient, like all the vendors and stuff came out because of our Mind Flip show that we had played earlier that year.
Maybe we can partner with Mindflip, because Elijah's already mentioned that to me.
Oh, exactly. I think we should.
So it'd be cool to get the record label name out there. I'm just saying this like for an idea to bring it all together.
What do you think about making a compilation album?
Yeah.
As a way to like kind of like, it's a really good way to get energy moving for a little label, like get a bunch of people who might want to be involved. And
I love that idea. There's some people like, do you know this guy? He's from Detroit, Gideon.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he played at Womp Cosmic.
Yeah, exactly.
He does like conscious hip hop. He's really interested in this label. He's somebody who's like, he's a business guy. Mm-hmm. He's also an artist. So it'd be.
I love Gideon.
What's that?
I love him.
Cool. Well, he's got like a bigger vehicle. So if we had him included in a tour and somehow arranged it, like we could have access to like a tour van, I guess. And he'd have more room for equipment, could pack a few people, maybe like 3 or 4 people. And, if you had like 3 people on your lineup, including yourself, like an opener, some other guy. And
I think that's plenty.
Yeah.
Shows don't have to go from 9 to 2 a.m. every time.
No, and maybe if we really want to make it like more of a thing, we can offer like Merkaba activation.
We should, dude. I think that would be a sweet combo of like me, you, and Gideon doing a tour where like he opens or like plays right before me or something, because it's like a sweet combo of like hip hop and then electronic music. It's like multi vibes. It's not just.
It's all coming too, yeah.
Right, and that too, and we can start working together too. Like, I'd love to make a track with him anyway.
Yeah,
wow. I've been like dreaming about. I have like a few tracks I'm gonna send to a few hip hop artists, like really soon. My computer's working now. It's like the greatest thing that ever happened to me.
Good. I'm glad.
Half a week of, and I've like already like started a few new songs, finished a few other songs. Like, things are popping off. I cannot tell you how like, I think things are gonna move forward really fast once I get like a mix, the remix album. And I have 2 EPs planned for the beginning of the year. Like, once those are out, and then I'm like more established, and I release my Clouds album. That like all of those 4 things are gonna happen, and then I feel like from that point we can make Third Eye Horizons like at the beginning of the spring, pretty much, is because I have to release on Transcendent Tunes and Swamp Music. Those are my 2 EPs, and then I have Merkaba Records, and then the remix album, and then like I don't know probably nothing else. And then so at that point, I'll have way more attention on me, and it'll be like I can easily do what I want more. Yeah, I don't know. I just think it was super.
I'm so excited. I'm excited for us.
Honestly, yeah, exactly. Like I realize deeply now that like, because I get to release on these other labels and I don't have contracts with them, and it's just like, well, like most producers are just kind of like free agents. It's just like, I'm gonna release this album with them, this album with them, this EP with them, this single here, blah blah blah. And I still intend to do that, but I would like love to like put my main focus on Third Eye Horizons, and then like use that. I mean, I don't know. I think that's like.
I mean, you can build that. It could be some like your legacy,
right?
That we use to unify a bunch of conscious music artists and become some kind of like universal music. I feel, dude. I mean, like God is, or whatever is out there is certainly on our side. Yeah. I feel like it's so powerful. That's fun. Yeah, it was so funny, like describing a synchronicity to this guy the other day. Called me. I had like randomly been thinking about studying Hebrew. So I had this thought like, oh, I want to learn the Hebrew alphabet. I posted it in the mystery school page. Not even an hour later, ad pops up. Learn Hebrew. The Hebrew alphabet even.
Right.
So I like send him my information. This guy calls me from Israel last night. He's like, Shalom, I got your information.
Whoa.
Why are you interested in find us? I was like, well, dude, I literally feel like God coming from where he's at, you know, they're like their idea is God. It's like I think God hit me up and it was shown to me, so I did it. And he's like, whoa, that's incredible how
Awesome.
God speaks. Like that. Like, dude, it happens. It is really anyway,
Right.
I'll digress on that. I'm just saying, like,
Mm-hmm.
certainly, like, the magic is with us. 2012 or 17 for many years I've heard would be the year that things like shift. Even in 2012 I heard about this, and it's certainly feeling like, you know, this energy is beginning to mount up right now.
Oh,
And
dude, seriously, it's insane.
you know, new earth, all this new earth stuff's going on now too. Cool. Well, yeah, I think, yeah, Gideon would be awesome. I feel like he would definitely be down, and possibly one other comrade we can put out there for to tour with, and also include on the label and make a compilation CD or mix, just like a mix or a CD.
Like a Bandcamp album.
Okay. Awesome. It sounds good, man. On my end, I'm gonna have to work on things like with the newsletter, some more organizational stuff. I really want to make this like official. If people want to become a member of our cooperative, like they can actually get like however it needs to be on paper. When I get some more money here, I'm gonna pay a lawyer to just get it done, so it's like an official cooperative.
Mm-hmm.
But just in the meantime, just planning some stuff out. Cool. When would you possibly want to? Couple of things: begin the tour, and just as you move, you know, autonomously forward in this direction. I'd appreciate it if you're able to include me, just because I would like to learn how to do this.
Yeah, absolutely.
Kind of work. So, and then I'll be more valuable in the future. You know, as you know, so you wouldn't have to do it, or other people.
Yeah, dude. The more and more we work together, the cooler it'll be. I'm stoked.
All right. Well, I apologize, man, if I talked like way too much.
Oh no, that was cool. We covered a lot of good subjects. I'm stoked.
Yeah. Just I didn't necessarily mean to go so far off on like all the things. I just wanted to make sure.
Right, the energy's just calling for it. It's just like, dude, like the whole Earth is waking up. We got to think on a global scale right now. It's like, and we got like, my God. Shit is popping off.
Yep, it's not even just America, you know.
Right.
Global movements, like the UN, for example, is trying to step in to the Standing Rock situation now, because it's like it's now a global matter instead of isolated to us, and maybe we can find the support that we need on the global scale if it's not doing it for us on like the national level.
Right. Feel that?
Okay, well,
Yeah, dude, feel free to reach out to me about anything. So.
okay. Yeah, roughly when would you like to launch your tour? Or the tour, you know?
Let's see. I got a show for New Year's Eve, and then I got 2 shows the week. I got a show on February 9th and February 11th. So it could be like starting in December. I have to talk to my mom to see what I'm doing for Christmas. Maybe like after Christmas until February. I mean, until forever, you know, like literally I realized that I'm like most bands that are big that just tour all the time.
Yeah.
So I'm just like, it's just like winter tour, spring tour, summer tour, fall tour, winter tour.
Yeah, right.
So maybe just like a winter tour. Maybe that's like the central idea of this is like, we can use the New Year's Eve show as like a jumping off party. Or like you need like book a few shows to the New Year's Eve show. Maybe that could be the goal, like from Christmas to New Year's Eve, try to get some things going. And then like mainly January doesn't have anything.
And you're looking at the Midwest?
Yeah, Michigan, Midwest. I got a show in like Madison, Wisconsin. So like anywhere the Great Lakes region. I would definitely love to go to Colorado. I have some connects in Colorado. So it could be like as far out to Colorado, as far south to fucking Florida. I'd love to play New York. I haven't played there. I've got like a bunch of connects though. So like I'll start like organizing a lot of it in my head too. And then just like be back and forth on ideas. And then like I've already put together a list of promoters and booking agents and stuff that I could hit up in different cities and potential venues I've already played and places I've already played, and then just like producers in cities that I can network with. I know a few in Ohio and Indiana that would be super sweet, and Chicago that have been like waiting to play a show with me. That would be really cool and pretty fairly easy to set up, especially if if it's that far out. If it's in January, then it'll be easier to set up. And then
okay, we can like create a list and then figure out where you can stay. Right. We can stay.
Yep.
Like I've got people we can stay with in Grand Rapids.
Yes, same.
Detroit.
Yep.
Ypsilanti area. You know,
Ypsi. We can play at Club Above in Ann Arbor and Ypsi. I know like small venues here where it's like just like I just want to spread the word about Spaceship Earth and then keep doing it and fucking take over the Midwest because like no one's doing it. And I don't know, I think shit can pop off, especially if I have your help, because like none of these artists even really have help. And
cool.
If I can help you make money, like that would be so exciting for me. I mean, just like if we're working together, both of us can make more money and doing everything that we're doing. And
yeah, that'll help. Definitely be able to devote more time.
I can also do sound healing during all of the tour at yoga studios and stuff like that, at venues like in the same town, like during the daytime, you know, or even just like at the same venue, like create an event within the event where it's like $10 for the $5 show, or it's like $10 to go to the sound healing before the show, but the show's like a different price, you know?
Dude, we should just start planning shows at yoga studios.
Yeah, I want to do that too.
You know, because that's like sacred space. There's a lot of room. You know, they've already got the environment set.
Yep.
And then the communities there that we'd want to do, because I'd like to do Merkaba activations, your sound healing, and the music that we are producing. It's conscious. Like, we could just straight up be booking yoga studios,
Right.
you know, and we would have to have some kind of PA. All we would need is a PA.
I've got my 2 speakers here that get pretty loud.
Yeah.
Enough for a yoga studio, that's for sure.
Dude.
And it's the speakers that's what I use for my sound healing every time. So I'd be taking the speakers with me anyway, and we can even like hopefully everything goes right, and like my dad helps me get this car, and I've been planning to get more like an SUV type car. So hopefully I can just like get my car and it'll be big enough for 3 people to tour with, and maybe if we involve someone else, maybe we can even just have someone else with another car. I don't know. Maybe we only need the 3 of us, but
yeah. Damn. I feel, man. Yeah. Just this revelation of
yoga studios.
Oh my God.
Mm-hmm.
Because they'll let you do that. I mean,
yeah.
Because they've got built-in conscious communities already. So that's
so true.
So that's awesome, as opposed to like Papa Pete's or something, you know. Like, not to like say they're not, but you know.
I know
like,
exactly what you're saying.
Those people, but we're moving into some higher vibrational energy. So to shift our scene to a higher vibration.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. You know, I might be able to apprehend the speakers from the universe building, because technically they were put in my custody.
Yeah.
And they're not bad. They could use some more bass. Use some more bass.
Right. Yeah, I hear what you're saying.
Yeah, I'll think about it. Yeah, let's think about that. Fuck yeah. Yeah, cool. So I can pitch it to Gideon. And yeah, keep in mind maybe like just one more performer. We don't need to necessarily. I'd say like 2 to 3. I mean, more would be cool if we have resources.
Right. Usually it just comes down to like money. Like if you have 4 people, usually no one gets paid any sort of value.
Yeah.
Especially if you're trying to get paid.
Well, maybe just you and Gideon, and I could even DJ an opener.
Yeah, I think there's ways to like find local openers who can DJ and like DJ for really cheap. You know, like I even know some homies who are like I don't know, like depends.
Okay, that's cool. I mean, like I'm not like good, like super good, and I use like a computer, but it's just a thought. If you know some homies, though, you know, that I think that'd be better. But just putting it out there.
Yeah, I know a lot of people who like play in all of these cities I'm talking about who would be like perfect openers too.
Fuck yeah.
And it could be a lot of that too, where like the local people are doing the middle, like playing right before me job.
Yeah.
So they're bringing out people as well. And then, you know, we're not just going to a town where like no one knows any of the artists, you know.
Yeah. That's cool. So I know I've told you before, like, I don't know, I definitely don't see it like being, I have like a whole different thought on it. Like I really want to get this record label, like first and foremost, like, but in the process, I would like to experiment with like psychedelic trance and dubstep bass music.
Mm-hmm.
and sort of creating a project. I don't see it being in competition, especially anytime soon.
Yo, are you talking about DJing?
Yeah.
Fuck yes, you need to get on it, dude. We need more. We need more warriors out here, dude. It's like,
thank you, man.
dude, please, like that would be like the coolest thing too for like having another musician.
I would just want to hold space, man. Like, I wouldn't. So, like, if I were to get like more known, for example, I don't know if I necessarily would be like trying to get gigs. Like, if people hit me up,
Right?
they're like, "Oh, we really want you to like come out," then I'd be like, "Okay," you know.
Oh, absolutely.
But
dude, they're going
here,
to. I've got a bunch of music I can give you too. I have so much good stuff.
Dude, I would definitely DJ Clouds.
Dude, I've been trying to get Skywalker to DJ for a few years, and he has really good taste in music too. And he's someone who I really want to get involved.
Yeah, maybe I talked to him about this record label when I ran into him up here, and he's interested. He doing a lot of self work and wants to get a music project off the ground in a few months. And
he's coming to spend the weekend with me this weekend.
Oh, okay. About it. I don't know where his head's at.
He's told me he would DJ for free on shows for me to fill slots and like tour with me if I ever needed someone. I know he has work sometimes, so it wouldn't be like fully all the time, but like it would be a great filler because he has such good taste in music, dude.
I would love him to be like on Stack for sure. So I'd say pitch that to him.
I will.
Like if he can't and nobody else can like show up. Like,
I mean, there's definitely a Sentient, you know.
Yeah. Sentient usually wants to get paid.
Yeah, see, that's what I'm thinking. I really want to work with him, but then we're both trying to get paid around the same amount now. So it's like, unless we are throwing shows together where everyone comes out, it's hard to do a tour with him, you know, because like we both make $50, that would suck, you know. Like when I would just, that's what I'm realizing. I'd rather do like a headlining tour of my own where I'm like the reason, like, you know, the main focus in terms of getting paid and like me and you can get paid, and then having whoever else involved would be sweet, especially if they do it for really cheap or free. But like I think it'd be cool to pay, you know, at least artists like $20-$30.
Yeah, I feel like Gideon, he's still developing, so getting him an opportunity to play a little bit of money, even if like $10 would be cool.
Right.
To kind of give him that reinforcement that his work is being valued. He's definitely putting work into his production. And then Skywalker, you know, if he's just down to play, that's cool. And he's trying to get his feet wet again.
Right.
So I sent you a clip of this YouTube video. Listen if you want, or listen to it later. This guy essentially is offering to like mentor me to make music.
Oh, you want to make music?
Eventually, yeah.
Dude, I can show you stuff too.
Oh shit, dude. I would love to.
This is music?
Yeah, did you click his link?
Yeah, it's his music.
Yeah. It's sick.
Crazy.
Minute. 45 seconds. Yeah, I like female vocals a lot.
Yeah, me too.
And really heavy bass.
It's a cool video.
I don't know, he used Interstellar.
Oh, nice. Yeah, dude. Damn, I want to learn what he teaches you. I love that kind of dubstep. If you played stuff like that, that would be exactly what we need.
That's what I want. Like, this guy has some of his videos. Somehow he's got millions of views on his videos. So
Sweet.
Yeah. So I need a computer. Eventually, just for my own like entertainment, will dip my toes into that.
Yeah.
But
It's
yeah,
so
dude,
awesome.
I like this idea, man. If Gideon's on board, Skywalker, that's cool. Like I'll be a filler, like
that'll be so fun.
Like, I'm on the bench, maybe.
Right.
It's like, oh, it's cool. I got it.
Right. If all else fails, I can play for like 4 hours.
Right. Are you planning like 2-hour sets?
I think 1.5-hour set to 2-hour set would be sweet.
Okay. Cool. I'm excited, man. I'm glad that you're thinking forward like this.
Definitely.
But also like a 2-pronged attack where we're getting our stuff out through touring, getting it out online.
Mm-hmm.
Like that's, man, such a critical pillar, So that's my focus, is like getting us developed online.
Fuck yeah. Yep.
But then it's like you're getting paid to do the gigs, like that's important, and just like engaging the community in general.
Yeah, I think we can definitely keep trying to think about ways we can get people to like our pages, and like getting other people to invite people, and then like posting all of our info in groups. Just like there's like a quadrillion groups in the world, and if we like posted all like I was thinking I could have like a link to my SoundCloud and my Facebook, and just like a sentence or two, and then like use copy and paste and just like paste that into like 1 million groups, and then like a week later like do the same thing in the same groups, and just like
definitely. So I had a promotional account for Third Eye Horizon that I made years ago. It's called like Third Eye Horizon Pro. Well, Facebook was like, oh, you're not a real person, you have to change it.
Right.
When I it's been sort of inactive for probably quite some time. So I was like, I tried a couple variations of Third Eye Horizon, nothing. So I changed it to, because it was coming up a lot at the time, so I was like, screw it, I'll just like put it in. Why not? I created it as Ryan, because so it's like a proxy person, and like I was told, like I've explained, like I'm Orion, the Ryan, my higher self is. So it's like, okay, well, get my higher self on deck, for promoting, and he's multidimensional and connected to everyone and anything anyway. So if we want to have multiple people use the account, then he's connected to everything, like all of our higher selves, really.
Nice.
I had to pick a name, and that just popped in my head, so that I'll be like, oh, who's this person? So essentially for promotion, feel free to use that. I gave you the user and password a little while ago.
Okay.
And just spread the good word about Spaceship Earth or anything.
Spread the good word.
Spread the good word. So we can change his name too. I dig it.
It's such a good name.
Like if we could set up proxy characters in the future that like
dude.
ourselves, or like if we have more specific information on
Let's do it.
ourselves. So awesome.
Yeah, I'm so down.
Well, send me things to promo for you.
Okay.
And I can promo it through this proxy account, my own account.
Cool. I'm gonna be using the account too, or the proxy account.
Yeah, go ahead. And I think that sounds pretty good.
Cool.
I guess yeah. That's like the gist of what I wanted to cover, and then some, by a lot more than expected.
Yay! We're gonna save the world.
Yes. Fuck yeah, dude. All right, well, I look forward to putting this tour together. And
dude, I'm stoked you're excited. I've been wanting to have someone help me for a long time, and this would be the best. Especially if we're doing Third Eye Horizon together, it's just going to work out so well. And yeah, we both can learn a lot on the road, and hopefully I get this car for my dad. I was thinking about this, like, called a Kia Soul. I don't know. It's kind of like an SUV, so it's more room for everybody and more stuff. And potentially people could sleep in it if they needed to.
Dude, eventually I would really like, so I could continue to work.
Right.
If we're like running a record label.
Right.
I would like some kind of like trailer or something. If I were to go on tour.
Right, dude. We need to get a fucking tour bus.
Yeah, close the door, have like a Wi-Fi hotspot or something, and just be online promoting, be like phone calling, because I can go mobile, but I just need like that stable place to sit down.
Yeah, same.
Stuff in front of me. That's all I need, and like a door to close or like a curtain to shut.
No, dude, exactly.
Unfortunately, like I've tried so many things. I feel like headphones can help sometimes. Like I'll put headphones in my ear if I'm not even like listening to them.
Dude, doors are the coolest thing ever.
I know, just people will like kind of grab your energy and like pull it towards them if you're in presence. Completely benevolent, not necessarily.
I know what you mean.
Sabotage us. It's like, oh, dude, I just need to focus, and if I address you in any way a couple times throughout this process, like that's like breaking my focus.
Yes, exactly. Yep.
So perhaps in the future, tour bus or something significant like that.
Dude, Bass Nectar tours with a fucking semi-truck of speakers.
That's what we need. That's exactly the direction I'd like us to go. This. I'd like a fucking caravan of semis and trailers.
That's what I'm saying.
I feel in the future, in the near future, playing around in like a cosmic carnival sense where.
Dude, yes. The carnival status. Bringing the circus to the people again.
Yeah. I feel it, man. That's like in my mind, like that's where I want it to go.
Same. I like that you dream big. I love to dream big, and I just like want to do this like so big because we have to. The planet needs us.
It needs us.
And it'll be so much fun too. So
I've talked to so many people too. Some of our peers who've mentioned the vision of having some kind of traveling like festival, for years actually, or traveling festival, or just shows even,
Right.
Or even, some of our comrades are like circus performers of various skill.
Right.
And DJs, artists.
Like almost like going places and throwing like a one-day festival and like doing it all over. Like a collective of people.
Yep.
That's what I literally have wanted Spaceship Earth to be. Since the first day it came into being, I wanted it to. When it first started, I wanted it to be like a 20-person band. I was like dreaming big, but I wanted it to be a theater show, a performance flow art show. So not just like circus performance, but like people who are amazing at poi, people who are amazing at hoop, because that stuff was kind of like people are like more dancing on stage and doing performance, not so much flow toys, but like get like just this like super collective like we're on the same spaceship vibe, and like every culture, and like there would be like scenes to the show, and food, and good smells, and like healing, spiritual healing at the event, and
Super potent, yeah.
so that's what it can be. Even this little mini tour, like I just got my first massage table, my first Reiki bed, and it's like super portable. I'm gonna start doing Reiki here at the house as a side business, and that can be something I can do on tour as well.
Fuck yeah, dude. That's so good. It's like you're the headliner and you're offering like massage. Like this guy's covering all the bases.
Right. Well, yeah, it would be like energy healing, not quite massage, but
right. Yeah, Reiki for sure.
Yep.
I'm technically a Reiki healer. I had my Reiki attunement in
Nice.
level 1.
Nice.
Reiki, so
that's awesome.
I guess my energy. I can heal some people more formally.
Heck yeah.
Well, fuck, dude. Yeah, I'm so glad that. So good talking to you, man. We should maybe aim to talk like
Yep.
every week or so.
Yeah, absolutely. Feel free to reach out to me whenever.
Well, yeah, whenever I can hop on, pretty easily.
Yeah, but you can always, if you can't hop on, you can call me too.
Mm-hmm. For sure, yeah. I'm a phone calls person. I love this like face-to-face stuff because this feels like
me too.
Way more personal, and just like seeing your face, seeing people's faces, and seeing like your expression, reactions to things. Like I feel like that's a part of communication that cell phones and texting like can't touch, So, all right, man.
Yep.
All right. Well, today I think we're on track here. I took some notes. I'll send you some notes.
Fuck yeah.
Discussion. Keep up the good work.
Thanks, man. You too.
Okay, well, off to saving the world again.
Off to saving the world. Crush it.